What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War, and this is war number 10 of season 6. Still playing catch up, but I should have the last three, these last three wars uploaded in the next couple of days. So up first on my unblockable first node is a bishop. Going in here, I was pretty sure it was going to be bishop with those persistent charges. I mean, it could be also Sabertooth, but typically Sabertooth is put on a buffet node or some type of regen node. So going ahead and push him to 2 bars of power. Prefer to do that. Easier to punish the L1 or the L2 than it is the L1. I could punish by dashing back and then going in. So right there, I thought that I had timed the parry correctly, but going back and looking at it, I was just a little bit too early, so dropped my guard and ended up getting punished pretty bad there. Took a lot of damage. He was building up furies at the time he was hitting me as well. So yeah, at this point, don't have to hit him again, just staying back and waiting for the debuffs to tick away on him. So I interfered to void, so I had to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, he went down 31 hits. So up next we have Skill Champion on the Bane node. So since it was a 4-star awaken, I had a good feeling that it was going to be a Korg, and could have played this a bit better. Doing okay. I'm not too worried about the damage because Blade can regenerate. Got a nice little intercept there. But yeah, I do mess up by dropping my L2 while he has the shield up. I should have dropped it like right there or something. But yeah, or waited until the shield went down, but pulled the trigger right there. So took a lot of damage on the first part of that special. So not too worried about the health though, just because I do have just one more fight with him. So being that Blade does regenerate pretty easily, I don't have to use any health potions just to get him back up. So up next we have a tech here on node 24, the buffet node. And I'm just planning for it to be Yondu, so a heal almost all the way back up, and I go in and see that it's a Sentinel, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. I know that his special attacks become unblockable once he gets to 100% analysis, and I'm not trying to play it any certain way to keep from building those analysis charges, just going in, fighting him regular. I know that I won't really start doing any damage until I interfere to void, so not too worried about the clock, not too worried about how much damage I'm doing at the moment, but it is good to hope for those petrified debuffs early, which in this case I got them as the last 2 debuffs to apply. Just have to make sure to evade those first and second specials when I have the analysis charges up. I guess it's not too bad. Actually, are they unblockable? I can't remember if they are unblockable. I know. Yeah, so not unblockable. I'm thinking of the Sentinels from Alliance Quest. Those become unblockable after 40 analysis charges or something like that. So as long as I'm not worried about the regeneration, which I'm not because I healed up much more than needed, but it is still good to fully evade those as to not take too much damage, so I don't have to heal back up later. But yeah, I just need to get a hit in to, which I did not. So what would have been good is if I could have got a hit in before I lost Fear to Void, then I would have probably finished the fight off with the buff expiring and him losing all that health. But I really didn't lose. I probably just gained more health since then, so just wasted a little bit more time. Not too worried about that. So yes, up next we have we have Dormammu on node 31, the mini boss, and going to bring Blade in for this. So this was the big reason that I brought Blade in for this fight here. And I'm going to try my best not to trigger Dexterity. I can't remember if I triggered it or not in here, but I'm also not wanting to go to 3 bars of power. I probably could have popped the special 3, 33% defense on it, and like regen up to like 70% health before pushing them to 3 bars of power, but I did not, so I'm trying to bait out the specials without triggering Dexterity. So I got to the L1 there, and I don't think I bait the special again until he has 2 bars of power. Very close to 3 bars of power, but he actually finally drops the L2 when I'm backed into the corner. So that should be coming up here pretty soon. Like I said, trying to leave my guard down, hoping that he throws that special there. Get back into the corner, and he's about to drop it right about there. It is. So yeah, didn't want to evade it either. Luckily, I didn't trigger Dexterity on that, though it wouldn't have been too much regen for him. Went ahead and blocked the full L1 instead of evading, and because it doesn't do too much damage through block. The L2 does more damage, as you saw, so not too worried about blocking that L1. And going to drop this L2 to finish the fight off. So up next, have a tech as usual on the node 38, the aggressive armor node, and I always forget what that second part is. Explosive personality. I always forget the name of that. So yes, just have to keep an eye on those armor ups. You see I'm up to 3, and I'm not sure what I was doing there. For some reason I thought that I was going to get a parry there, which obviously I did not. So it took a little bit of damage there from his heavy attack. So at this point I have to drop a couple of heavy attacks to get his armors back down. I possibly could have dropped an L1 there at the end of that, but I didn't want to risk it. So I do believe I drop an L2 here pretty soon, right here. There we go. And triggered the auto block. But yeah, I didn't want to go to 3 bars of power, and I was able to get his armors all the way down, so able to drop the L1 and take it back to a normal fight, at least for that part there. So just hoping that he keeps throwing those heavy attacks. Don't throw those double mediums or anything like that. Finish off a combo. That doesn't help me at all with controlling these armors. So I'm about to go into Fear the Void and drop the L1 here. Get the damage early. Damage going. So yeah, sorry, I can't really remember what all happens in this fight. I really shouldn't take this long uploading these, but he is up to 5 armor ups, and if you wonder why Explosive Personality hasn't triggered yet, it's because he starts off with 1 armor, so I have to get to 6 before that trigger. So I have to be very careful not to attack into his block, trigger auto block anymore. But yeah, I just backed off, let the debuffs finish him off. So up next, okay, so this is Domino here. Was kind of expecting it to be Domino, so see, I healed as close to full health as possible, and now I just have to be very careful about my debuffs. Try not to let Fear the Void trigger while I have Unlucky on me, and I don't believe that it does. I don't go into Fear the Void in this war, or in this fight. I mean, I do miss a couple of debuffs because I have Unlucky on at the moment, and that actually does not hurt me. It's more so if I miss the Fear the Void debuff. So I didn't have to work too hard to bait out that special, which is good. I got to keep an eye on her going Lucky, make sure that I don't attack into her too much and trigger an evade. Also, it is good to drop the L2, especially when I have 2 of the Petrified debuffs up, just so that I don't generate those intimidating debuffs too early. You see that did fail because I was unlucky at the moment. But yes, I'm triggering, what is it, critical failure on just about every hit, and that's because I'm currently running the Resonate Mastery. And I'm guessing this was the last one. I thought the last war was the last time that I ran it, but maybe it was this one. I just know that currently I don't have it on right now, like at least for the last war of the season. So didn't evade that there, was unlucky, but I did drop the L2, and yeah, just going to watch, just watching for her health to drop down. She did go unlucky, and I did continue to attack because she was in assassin range, plus I had the negative 60% chance from the debuffs as well. So I guess it was around like negative 174, 76. I can't remember what I have in assassin, like how much reduction. So for my final fights, I have Sabretooth, and pretty easy fight. Just so used to fighting him on this node. Definitely prefer him over like a Green Goblin, just because of Green Goblin's playstyle versus Sabretooth. Sabretooth is typically pretty aggressive. You can get backed into the corner if he doesn't want to throw his specials, but most of the time he does throw his specials, as opposed to Green Goblin. He's less likely to throw his specials, and I don't like pushing Green Goblin to 2 bars of power, whereas Sabretooth I don't mind. Typically I just block the first part and then evade the next 2 parts, but there was a war where I tried to do that and I just evaded too early and ended up getting wrecked. I didn't die, came close, but was able to pull it out. But yes, this fight is almost over. Just bait out one more special, go in. Do I drop another? No, he's probably going to go down. Yes, it goes down before I get to another L1. So yes, my teammates ended up taking down that Medusa there. So didn't take any part of that. So she was a rank 5. I could have probably did a good amount of damage with Void. We did end up winning this war. So I forget what our season record is so far with this. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.